It's been a long time since I played.
Yeah, it's been
You get 3 points that you can
Alright.
allocate, but you
So
can
we're
do
at
that later.
Superworld on November 23rd, 2014. Okay,
So we gotta roll for those, I guess?
yeah, you roll for your skills if they've gone up. So check those first. And then
Am I trying to beat it or?
Oh,
fail?
yeah.
you want to fail again.
So
So it's
I'm
just
gonna
like Call of Cthulhu. You want to roll above it. If you roll above it, then it increases 1d6.
get- Alright.
It should be all the ones with checks, and then erase the check marks. I don't know, Bree, if you've done that since the last game session.
Yeah, I already
Okay.
did.
Last time we dealt with Arclight was only 2 game sessions ago.
Okay.
Was it
So-
only that one?
I did not
Yeah,
get
too long.
pickpockets
Where's my...
or observation, but I got listen. And it's a D6, you said, right?
It goes up 1d6. Yeah, it's a little bit less in this game. Skills aren't really quite as important as superpowers.
Yeah. Oh god, my observation's a 90.
90.
I rolled a 90.
I think him.
Did you? Aw, that's okay. 90 is actually really solid.
Wow.
Yeah, I was about to say I think him and
Most people
I are.
have
The,
nothing in it. So.
yeah, I think him and I are the only people that got observation skills.
No,
Well,
I
after
actually-
Call of Cthulhu, the spot hidden and all that stuff, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna have good observation.
Why does it start at 0 is my question.
It starts at 0 because some people aren't very observant.
Mm-mm.
And I give everybody a 5% chance of success in any case. So
I think that's supposed to be, because 5 is... No, it's not always a crit. No.
Nah.
it could be. I
always
could just do
confirmed.
1%, but I figure everybody's observant enough.
1% seems
Yeah.
harsh.
Yeah, yeah. So I have a base 5%. What? Nothing's going up.
No, I got 1, but it only went up 1.
Oh well. That's okay.
Mine only went up
These things
3.
happen.
I'm never rolling again.
Don't pull a bow now. Come on. That's what he always does. I have to make a roll. I'll fail. All right.
I mean,
so
I'm so close to 50% in the observation anyway.
Yeah.
I'm at 49%. I'm like,
keep looking at things. It'll get up. Everybody, make me a quick roll. Power times 3. Multiply your power times 3. See if you can make that roll in percent dice.
power time 3.
Should. Now when I roll a 90.
What the hell is my power?
Alright.
Power's up at the top left.
I need percentile dice.
Tell you your attributes.
I'm trying to make this.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you want to make it
roll less
under.
than your power times 3.
Mine
Power
was
times
60 and I'm
Yeah, I
missing.
made it.
You made it. Kyle made it.
Let's see.
Pressure
24.
Does this mean I'm harnessing my
I'm
power?
good. Wait,
No, it means what?
under, right?
You went under, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
Got it.
Okay. You guys both have a dream.
Nice.
One night. For you, it'll be Wednesday night after the awful stuff that happened at the football field.
Okay.
For you, it could be any time after dealing with the gentleman robber. So
Okay.
in the last 3 or 4 days.
Okay.
Okay. You find yourself facing a massive metal door with a control panel on one side and a large green button on the control panel. Okay. There's like a slit down the middle, so it looks like the door slides open.
Okay.
Behind you, when you look over your shoulder, you see a wide set of steps that go upward as far as you can see, and you kind of feel compelled to open the door. So, what do? And you're alone. You're each of you alone, but it's an identical situation.
It's adventure. I go.
Okay.
Yeah, I was about to say. I'll
Okay, you push a button and the door slides open, and it reveals like an exotic super science laboratory. Yeah, there's all kinds of weird devices you don't recognize. The floor is white tile. The walls and ceilings are likewise white. There are computer banks, large pieces of futuristic-looking scientific equipment. It's a circular room. Everything's white and gleaming, clean, with numerous multicolored, glowing buttons, dials, and lights all over everything. None of the equipment looks vaguely familiar. In the middle of the room, there's a coffin-shaped piece of equipment. It's white with gleaming super science like everything else in the room. The lid of the box is covered in frost, but it looks like it's clear, and you can see through the frost there's some kind of a shape or shadow in there. What do you do?
Can I hit them buttons?
Yeah, you can walk over and start just pressing random buttons on the side. Okay.
I actually went to observe the shadow man.
Okay. You can't see it through the frost. It just appears to be smaller than human shaped in size. Maybe 5 feet tall, from your guess.
Okay. About 5 feet tall.
Mm-hmm. You're pressing buttons like crazy, Kyle.
Yeah, I'm pressing.
Random buttons.
It's not working.
No, nothing happens apparently. Lights flash and change and that kind of thing.
Is the shadow figure gone yet?
It is not moving at all inside there.
I guess I'll look at it now.
Okay. Again, you can't see it through the frost. There's thick frost on the outside of the cabinet. frost.
I try to use.
It's
my
on the
mind
sides
for
too.
all.
You notice that too. It's on the sides too. Like the entire thing is covered in frost.
I try to use my abilities in my dream.
Okay.
Try to punch it.
You're gonna just punch the cabinet.
Yeah.
Okay. You slam your fist into the cabinet and it shakes, but it must be made of some kind of like super material. But a lot of the frost like breaks off the side.
Okay.
There's no writing or any kind of markings on it. Some of the frost on the top cracks, but it's still just laying on top of like the glass on top. What about you, Bree?
Alright, so I went to go to observe, so now I
Yeah, you
turn
couldn't
around.
see through the frost. It's too
So-
thick on top.
So I go and I just look at the console and see if any buttons will work to turn it off.
Okay, it doesn't. Nothing's labeled or marked. They all are just appear to be random buttons. There's no like number pad or anything. It's just several different buttons and no configuration that looks familiar to you. You start pushing buttons too.
Start
Okay.
pushing buttons too.
What are you doing, Kyle?
I feel like Arclight would just keep hitting it.
Okay, you gonna hit it again?
Yeah, I'm gonna keep.
Boom! Okay, more of the frost comes off the side and some of it slides off the top. And it looks like there's a little boy in there.
Oh boy.
Yeah, maybe he's 10 years old. Dark hair, closed eyes, his hands lie across his chest. He looks dead. As you're looking down at him and as you're fiddling with the buttons, you both hear a voice. It says, "Help me!" It sounds like a little boy's voice. His lips don't move though, Kyle. You notice this.
Okay.
His eyes have not opened. He goes, "Please help me. I don't know how long I've been here, but please help me. I've been calling for help for so long." And he's not moving at all.
Alright.
And you hear that and it sounds like it's coming from inside this little cabinet.
Right.
I'm ramping up. I'm hitting it as hard as I can.
Okay, so you're gonna like use extra power.
Yeah, I'm gonna
like,
use that 48.
You
strength
go
back
back
there.
to slam it, like to bust the glass, and you wake up in your room.
Damn.
And you're actually like moving your arms. You know how when you move your arm in your sleep and it wakes you up?
Ain't got
That's
nobody
exactly what
listening.
happened.
Oh god.
And you were just looking at, had just heard the voice when you wake up too.
Okay.
Dun dun dun. And it was all you realize it was all just a dream, but it was a very realistic dream. And you also both realize something else too. You've been having this dream. It's like this has kicked in a memory. Like this has been a recurring dream
Okay.
for maybe months, but you never
Yeah,
remembered it
it's that.
before now.
Huh. Okay. I call Ajax.
Ring ring ring. There's no answer.
Yeah.
It goes straight to voicemail actually.
I'll leave him a message
Okay.
telling him about my dream.
Okay.
You had this dream.
I had this dream, bro.
I had a dream. All right, so you had that dream too.
Okay, so
and
I
you
wake
realize
up.
it was a recurring dream. This is a dream you've had for some time now.
So I tell Jose, I was like, man, I've been having this weird dream. I don't know.
Oh, you should document these things, man.
Well, that's what I'm telling you.
Here, come
man.
over. Okay, okay. He starts typing it up. He pulls a Word document up and he starts just typing up your dreams as best you can remember it. How long you been having this dream?
A couple of weeks now.
Actually, it's been a couple months.
Couple of months. Okay. Couple of months now.
Oh man, have I had that dream? No, I don't think I've had that one. That sounds creepy, man. So there's a little boy in that thing?
Yeah, a little boy. Well, I hear a little boy.
It sounded like a little boy. It was the shape of a
Right.
little boy from what you could observe.
Yeah.
You didn't get a good look at him because the frost was
Right.
covering the whole thing.
It-
He doesn't know what to say about that. He's like, well, maybe it's a race memory, man. Maybe that happened maybe it's Atlantis, man. Maybe that happened back in ancient Atlantis. And it's a race memory, and now it's just coming to you, man. He's got all kinds of crazy wild theories.
Like Jose. Atlantis for real?
Maybe it's the nanites, man. Maybe it's a race memory from the nanites. It's getting in your brain, man. Maybe dude, I saw a thing on the internet about this guy in China who had a worm in his brain for like 2 years. I saw it. It was a tapeworm.
The sad thing
It was
is
a
he
tapeworm.
might actually make me believe that one
Okay.
because of the name.
He'll show you the freaking article on the internet. There is an article on the internet about a guy in China who had headaches for 2 years. He finally did an MRI. There was a worm that had moved about 20 centimeters through his brain. It was a tapeworm, but it was only like this big. It wasn't like gigantic, all through your intestines kind of thing.
Can I
Right.
spend some of my hero points?
Yes,
I want to upgrade my dex.
yes, you can do
I'm
that.
tired of being the last one to go.
What is your dex currently?
14.
Oh Jesus.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can do that real quick.
Oh man.
I'm gonna use all my
Dex is, I
hero.
think.
Don't feel bad. I mean, my dex is 14, but I also got a boost, so I'm actually at
Okay,
21.
super dex.
You need to be at
Super dex.
21.
Every
please.
point you put into it will get it up by 1 point. You can only put as many points into it as you've already got. So how many hero points
So
have
the
you got?
most dex I could ever have is 28.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
But how many hero points do you have?
I have 9. I've never.
You
spent
could put
any.
all 9 into it if you wanted to.
I'm doing that.
Yeah.
Okay, so write the 9 here. Wait, leave the 14.
Leave the 14.
Yeah, that will help keep track of what the old one was.
Okay.
Put the 9 here and times 1, and then put your new total next to it.
Heck yeah, 23.
So your dex is now 23, and that's going to increase your agility too to 115.
Okay.
Right next to it where it says agility, jack that up.
Nice. All right. Cool.
Andy,
Yes.
cups. I'm gonna finally use.
Oh,
my
cups
team.
and glasses are right there.
Last.
Okay.
Oh, there's
All
glasses,
good.
there's that plastic cup, whatever you want to use. Okay.
More saves.
I think that might be the highest dex now.
23?
I hope it
It's
is.
pretty good.
Yeah,
You better be.
you're up there.
Well, like if you think about my character, he has like super sight. I'm just gonna like say he kind of has like super reflexes.
You're faster than me.
He's super strong and he can fly. He should be the one that like. He should be like the Legolas of the group. It's like see something. Just like,
Oh, that's right.
just axe. Yeah, just axe immediately.
It's like axe immediately. Girl, how you doing?
Hey, girl.
Right.
I mean,
He's
my guy
gorgeous,
is the
too.
lady chaser.
It's the lady, gorgeous lady chaser. Okay, let's see.
He needs that dexterity when he's in the club and he sees another guy walking towards the door.
Let's
Gotta
start,
get there first.
start with Arclight. Also during this last week after the jewel heist, the media has been talking on the TV and in the newspapers. They would like to talk to you if possible.
I'm always up to that.
Okay, so they're going to question you about the bank robbery that you were part of helping and the jewel robbery, or the jewelry robbery. One of the things that you were asked is, what could you have done to prevent it? Because the troublemaker got away, but he didn't get away with anything, with any of the stolen items.
Right.
But the gentleman got away with everything. He walked out of there with everything. So that would be one of the questions. They ask you who the robbers were. You give them both those names.
Right.
What does each robber want? That's another question that they're asking.
Okay.
How can he be stopped?
I'm just gonna like give like the generic superhero answer. Just
Okay.
like, I will never give up. I'm just the generic superhero.
He also wants to know they also want to know who the other exotics are that are working.
I'm not at liberty to discuss their names. Because I talk about Ajax.
Okay, we
Everybody
talk
knows
about Ajax a lot. Okay.
Mhm.
Do you usually defer to Ajax?
Yeah.
Is it all like, well, with Ajax help, or Ajax?
Until we either write Ajax off or we kill Ajax, I am his sidekick.
Okay. Yeah, he's still in Charlotte as far as you know. Okay, and are you part of a supergroup? And does that supergroup have a name?
Just me and Ajax.
Okay. Okay.
Awesome.
That works. Okay. Convoker. You've had Lilith out most of the time, or not?
Most of the
time. Okay, so Lilith is constantly talking about the things that should be done and the people who should be eliminated. It's a very dark time, but you have had plenty of meat to eat. You're not sure what kind exactly.
Oh yeah, there's food on the table.
There's food on the table.
It's good.
Yeah, you don't even need power because she can make fire, so she can cook it with hellfire. Delish. Adds a kind of a
Delish.
smoky taste to it. Odysseus. You've been trying to get him to find out about the
He's
hunters.
out almost all the time too.
He's looking up the hunters. He's trying to find out about the hunters. But he has told you that he's found out little about who's hunting you. He does think that there is some kind of magical blockage. Something magical is blocking his attempts to find out more. He
Okay.
doesn't have any way to circumvent it that he knows of. So some kind of wizards or sorcerers or something, or some spellcasters are
Like fixing
hiding
information.
the hunters. Yeah, he's not been able to find anything about them online at all. I mean, you've gone to libraries and checked, but as far as his mystical searches, when he disappears and comes back later, sometimes with information for you, he's not been able to find anything at all, as if the information is magically being blocked.
Gotcha.
Lilith's bored too.
Did they find out anything, or did he find out anything about the people we know about, like the group people, and maybe
There's tons of
the
stuff on
gentleman?
TV about Ajax and Arclight.
Mhm.
Arclight recently gave several interviews to several different TV stations.
I've also given my name out, right?
Yeah, you gave your real
Yeah.
name out too, so you know his real
Yeah,
name.
he's easy to find.
Not necessarily easy to find.
True.
Through the internet, you can actually locate an address with only a little difficulty. He's a postman, works for the post office. He's done some commercials. Nothing on the guy in the golden armor, except one thing online about Michael attacking him. There was some cell phone footage of that. Edward has been showing up on Mysteries of the Unknown, which is a cable access show.
Is he really?
Yeah. There was an episode, you probably would have found this, stumbled across this too. There was an episode that the guy is pretty certain the Reptoids are finally making their move and coming into the public.
We're gonna say I'm a little jealous too. Like, I want to be the face of this town.
Okay. Well, with all those interviews you just did, that'll help.
You want to be a bigger face than Ajax?
No.
Okay.
Nothing on the tall woman or the shrinky girl. You didn't really get a good look at her though.
No.
Nothing on.
I didn't even know she. Oh yeah.
What's this here? I got a list right here. What am I doing? Yeah, nobody knows Edward's name. Flip apparently uses some kind of magic cards.
Oh, is he not gonna play today?
He's
amazing.
He's at the LAN.
That's right.
Magic Man, there's almost nothing out there about Magic Man. Except a few like super quick video clips of him that people took on their phones at certain locations. Protean has actually given interviews. And from what you can learn about Protean, he is some kind of a monk who lost his body. Wild Spirit, there's almost nothing on her. She's been really on the down low. So, as far as that goes, that's what he can give you on those people. He doesn't. He only has the one address, which is to
Wild Spirit.
Arclight. If you want to ever go to his house, he lives in a trailer. He says.
Sweet.
He lives in a house a tiny house, mobile house made of metal, is how he describes it. With indoor plumbing.
So, Odysseus, since you're doing such a good job, do you want to do anything? Does he like the opera?
No, he doesn't have any requests of me.
Is that a Nazi-looking guy?
Yeah.
No, he looks like a British officer.
I'm gonna go with Nazi-looking guy.
Well,
That would have been hilarious if we made him a Nazi.
I really thought you had.
It would have been appropriate. Okay, Vanguard.
Yes.
Jose, one thing that he does talk to you about is he saw the recent. Did you guys all read the news article I posted on the
I did not.
page? Okay. According to the cable access channel television show Mysteries of the Unknown,
I saw that one.
there have been numerous UFO sightings in the rural area between Concord and Mount Pleasant in the last week or so. That's north of Charlotte. The show's commentator, and presumably only employee, notes that according to his sources, a flying disc, sometimes called a flying saucer, has been seen in the night sky. There are 2 cases of abduction, as far as I can tell, so far. In the 2 interviews, probably tell you, he does have a pretty bad lisp. He's got messy hair and big glasses and a kind of vacant look in his eye. The 2 interviews, which appear to have been taken on cell phone cameras, Mrs. Margaret White, she claims she was walking near her house and a silver flying saucer flew down and pulled her up via some kind of beam. She was carefully and humiliatingly examined and then dropped. The aliens who did it resembled the Greys. Strange light was shining in her eyes before she was dropped back to Earth. The second one, there was a young man named Michael Turner. He claims that the Greys actually entered his room through the window and took him away to examine him. They shined some kind of light in his eyes right before they put him back in his bed. The show's commentator claims that the light shine in the victim's eyes was probably some kind of mind eraser or memory neutralizer that apparently didn't work in those 2 cases, and he wonders, how many more people have you kidnapped? Why are the aliens here? Very dramatic ending to his
This is
sad
the show
little
that
show.
Edward's on sometimes?
No. This one mentioned Edwards. It's
Same
this
channel.
same commentator had like a little tiny piece of video footage of him shooting Michael in the back, and said the reptiles. This is obvious proof that the reptiles have come. So Jose saw it too. And he put the information on one of his conspiracy websites, and noted that there's been other reported sightings, but they're not necessarily trustworthy. He's even got a list together of all the sightings in that area in the last 10, 15 years. But they're kind of he's thinking about heading up to Concord to check it out, to see if he can get any footage or something. So that's what's going on with you.
Okay.
Okay.
And they all are, the trajectory is all in Concord right now.
It's in the rural area between Concord and Mount Pleasant, actually.
Okay.
It's a real rural area with little tiny small like neighborhoods, like suburban neighborhoods like
Yeah.
we do now, and lots of woodlands. So there's not as many people there. Concord's a big city. It's got like...
Yeah, I've been out to Concord.
Have you? Okay, so it's a
Yeah,
big
I
city.
know Concord.
Mount Pleasant is much smaller. Those are the 2
Yeah.
like landmarky areas that have been pulled out. That he pulled out, and plus and what you also got is Wayne is running around somewhere still. Gentleman Robber still at large, and Sparkle. And Troublemaker, in case you haven't been kind of keeping up, Kyle, I know you missed a game. Oh, it was at the last game session. Troublemaker was apparently busting robbing ATMs in the last couple weeks. So they've got some footage of him, but the last report of that was several days ago.
Does he do that at night?
We ain't captured anybody, right?
He does it at night. No, you guys haven't captured anybody yet.
We suck.
No, you don't suck. You're brand new at the
We're
game.
the worst.
You're brand new
Three
at
people.
super early. So
Have we delved into the whole Force thing yet?
no. Protean's contacted Force. He's become a member of Force. You don't necessarily know that information.
Right.
I think it was mentioned in one of the TV interview that he did. He did a TV interview as well. Ooh, be jealous.
No.
So
Damn
he
sculptor.
did mention, I believe, if I remember correctly, that he had registered with Force. So the nearest Force offices are in Atlanta, though. Let's see. So yeah, and we're starting up right after the Wednesday night game with Wayne, and there's nothing on that in the news yet.
Okay.
I'm just gonna say that, just to make things simple, until I talk to
Logan.
Logan. Probably Logan's probably the only one who would go to the cops to tell him what happened.
Right.
Gonna go visit this guy.
Who? This guy?
This guy.
Okay. You also would have little or no problem. Oh no, Jose pulls that up for you. He's got Arclight's address. He hands that off to you too.
Right.
He's been doing some snooping on the other names that you've given him and some of the other superheroes that appeared in town.
Right.
And he hasn't been able to find out like where anybody lives or any phone numbers or anything. But he did find out Arclight's address.
Okay.
According to
The central hub of
Well, no,
the
there's-
super society.
if you move somewhere, half the time you can find. If you look hard enough online, you can find people's addresses
Oh, yeah.
fairly easily if you have their correct name. And he's been giving out his real name. So
Yeah, no, that's why.
the groupies haven't shown up yet.
No.
It could
I
happen.
have to get a better trailer. Very.
So you're gonna go.
in the trailer?
Yeah.
Jose can pull it up on Google Map, and it looks like a little trailer park south on Tryon, south.
Yeah, it's
down that way on Tryon Street,
All right.
down kind of the poorer neighborhoods.
The scary neighborhood because I got robbed there.
In real life?
Yeah.
Don't you remember that thing I posted, that little story? About
Oh yeah,
that's right,
yeah.
yeah.
Oh yeah, Tryon is scary. Shoot.
Okay.
The
So what are you gonna
train
do?
station there
What are you
is
gonna do there?
Scary. So what I'm thinking is, I look at Jose and I'm like, okay, do you want me to go with you to investigate these UFO sites, or can I go ahead and?
No, I'll be okay, man. I'm just gonna go up there and just look around. I don't know who these people are. I'm just gonna go up in the area. Maybe I'll get lucky. Jose doesn't plan a lot ahead. You know he doesn't plan ahead all.
All right, man.
Yeah,
Well, I tell you what, keep me on speed dial. As something truly weird happens, give me a call.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Okay, yeah.
try to check out this Arclight guy and see what's going on with him.
Oh, okay. It's early morning on Thursday. You don't have to work today. You guys head off in your respective cars. You've got the address. You can just plug in your GPS and get there easy. You find your way over there. You're in eastern Charlotte. That's where you kind of set up camp.
Yeah.
And so it's a pretty long trek for you across town. But you can take the light rail, I guess they have in that town. So you can get over there.
So useless.
And you're just going in your civilian identity, right?
Mm-hmm.
I guess it's useful for people without
Okay.
cars, though.
So you guys arrive roughly the same time, probably a few minutes from each other, and it's fairly early. You don't have to work today. This is your off day.
Yay!
Yay! Are you sleeping in?
Uh-huh.
Okay, so you just woke up from this dream. It was.
Oh, this is when the dream happened?
Well, no, that's right. You've been having. You woke up from the dream again.
Is this the one where I punched?
Again.
Yeah,
Again.
you had this dream earlier in the week, and you had it again last night. You woke up.
We'll
Did
say
you
like the first 10 times I had this dream, I just kept trying to do the button thing. And finally I was just like, screw it, I'm just gonna do it.
Okay. Well, no, because this is the first time you've remembered it. Was
Oh.
earlier this
Yeah,
week.
that's
Now when you
recurring,
have
but
it, you
you
had it
actually
again last
remember
night, and this time you did remember it again.
Hold on.
If you want to try some slightly different tactics, you just keep. Right now, you're just still trying to just get into the thing. Okay.
Shoot your lasers.
I don't have any lasers. I just glow.
I could have sworn you shot light.
I wish.
No, he's a puncher. You wake up that morning. You've had this dream again. It's like, damn, you still aren't able to get into the cabin.
Damn.
But it didn't seem like you're hitting it was like hurting the catering. He wasn't like, oh my God, stop. No. Oh, actually, you're punching it, and all of a sudden, you hear the boy's voice, and he goes, "Wake up! You've got to wake up or you're going to die! Wake up!" And that's when you wake up, and you're like, "What?" And then all of a sudden you hear, and there's an explosion from the front of your trailer.
What the fuck?
Ba-boom! You guys are in the immediate vicinity when you've just actually. Did you want to drive to his trailer, like go knock on the door, or what was your
Well,
plan?
I was gonna drive like maybe like near the vicinity, but not actually drive like.
Okay, so a block
right
away.
there, like maybe a block. Away.
Okay. So you get out of your car when you see this guy in the sky flying, and he flies, and you have wandered the area, and you can do me an observation check.
Sure. Because I wanted to tell you who was out too.
What are you wearing, Bree? Are you wearing a suit? Or are you just wearing like jeans and a t-shirt?
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely got it.
Okay.
I sleep in my boxers.
Then that's what you're wearing. But you're super when you make yourself glow, that's like your suit. Yeah.
He's wearing,
Censorship.
He's not wearing like a suit per se, but he's dressed like business casual. He's
Okay,
like
so he's got a collared shirt on, no tie.
Yeah.
And it's winter, so you got a big heavy coat
Yeah,
on.
a little heavy coat on.
You notice this guy was on the street. Wait, did you interact with her at all? No, you didn't. You were across the street. It was somebody else that did. Okay. Nice car pulls up. What kind of car does he drive?
Ferrari.
No.
Pickup truck?
I don't make that much money.
Pickup truck?
Probably like a old beat up Honda.
Okay, so it's like a sedan, a little 4-door.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You see this car pull up, and this guy gets out, and that's when you also see this guy in the sky, flies over, and he's got some kind of a box
Missile
on his
pod?
shoulder. He's totally in armor, and all of a sudden, out of this little box, a missile flies out, and it flies down, and it hits one of the trailers. Boom! Okay, so
shit.
your trailer shifts and seems to drop about 3 feet.
Oh god.
You're actually knocked back against the back wall by the blast. Everything in the bedroom shifts, and like everything is falling. Stuff is crashing. You hear water, the gurgle of water coming from somewhere in the trailer now.
Oh god.
And then you hear a voice over loudspeakers. "Richards, come out and finally face me like a man."
Alright. Up until
Oh
That's
shit.
flying overhead.
Oh dear God.
Heavy duty Iron Man.
Alright, I power up.
Okay.
Oh wait,
so-
I wanted to tell you what
Oh.
I have. Sorry.
Oh, who have you got activated?
Lilith, Odysseus, and she's shadowing.
Okay. Dexes. What's your dex? 23.
23.
Okay, so Arclight.
Yeah. 23, 13, and 3.
Oh yeah, I gotta change that, don't I?
Yes. That's going to change your movement too. Let's find out when this guy goes.
You actually get a little slower, but it's because you're moving
Yeah.
3 times the
3 times as fast.
Oh yeah, how long is a
Okay, what's
melee
your
round?
A round is 12 seconds.
12 seconds. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Goes by fairly fast.
Yeah,
It'll go
so
by faster,
my stuff's slower than I thought it was. That's sad.
Before we get in the combat phase, I go up to the mirror and I comb my hair.
Wake
Gotta
up.
look good for the
Come here.
cameras.
What's your dex?
My dex is I'm 21, or I'm sorry, 22, 12, 2.
So it's Convoker. Oh, someone else is here.
22, 12, 2?
Man,
How
they
you-
stop for food. That's why
Oh,
they're
okay.
fucking
Then you
nuts.
just minus 10 every time.
That's
What up?
disrespectful.
Disrespect.
Y'all just brought everybody food.
Yes.
Bree, what is yours?
Disrespect.
21.
21 is Vanguard.
21.
It'll be
What's
11.
up, boss? What's up, man?
Eduardo.
Yeah, I look in the mirror, I comb my hair, and like I give it a wink, and I'm like, it's go time. That's what I
It's so
say.
cool. Yeah, easy peasy.
It's go time.
Okay.
Go time.
It's go time.
Oh, I forgot. We're gonna write down the things people say.
Yep.
Only if you like it.
Okay.
Say what?
So
I need some dye.
What a
Sorry.
jerk.